Hey everybody, it's Matthew, your friendly neighborhood technician, making yet another video for you out of Boise, Idaho. Today I'm working on a Mercedes-Benz ML500. Now this Mercedes has quite a few issues, so we're just going to knock it out one job at a time and go from there. Jobs that we're going to be working on are going to be engine valve covers, transmission service, and the transmission service will include dropping the pan, replacing the gasket and the internal filter. I've got a transmission connector that's leaking that I need to replace. It does have some suspension issues. Now, I want to just kind of let you know that this vehicle has suspension fluid. What? Suspension fluid? Is that like blinker fluid? No. So on the torsion bars for this Mercedes SUV, if you look underneath here, you can see the torsion bar right there. My finger is torsion bar runs back. Okay, and the torsion bar runs back. You see it right here, and there's your torsion bar bracket. Now you see it's shiny right here. There's your bolt in there, and you see it's shiny right here. Okay, and there's all this fluid here. All right, so if you have a Mercedes ML500 and you're driving around and you hear clicking noises coming out of the suspension, it is very possible that the bellows that surround the bolts on the torsion bar brackets has broken and leaked the synthetic fluid that surrounds the bolts to keep them from prematurely corroding or going bad. I think it's like SGT 40 synthetic fluid. It's a thick grease. Okay, and so when that happens, instead of replacing the torsion bars, just go ahead and replace the torsion bar brackets. They are expensive, so that's another job that I'm going to be looking into. So anyways, back to the job at hand, and that's going to be the valve covers. Now, in order to do the valve covers, you're going to need to remove your breather and all the tubes associated with that. I've already got the engine cover removed, and I'm going to work on this side. Now, just some information. This is a 5.0 engine, 5.0 liters, V8. This engine has 16 spark plugs. Yes, there are 2 spark plugs per cylinder, okay? And the reason why it has that, it's actually aviation engineering and concept. So one spark plug, and I'm just going to throw some numbers out here for an example. One spark plug will fire at 10 degrees TDC. Another spark plug for the same cylinder will fire at, let's say 12 degrees TDC. So you'll have one spark plug fire, that's your combustion, and then another spark plug actually fires to clean out the cylinder. It helps emissions, it helps fuel economy, drivability, all that other good stuff. So typical German, typically overcomplicated. I've got a few different tools here. As you can see, just different types of pliers. A few special tools are going to be T25 Torx bits. You're going to want an E8 and an E12 female socket there. I'm sorry, 6-point socket. And then just your regular assortment of sockets and ratchets and screwdrivers and all that other good stuff. So, all right, folks, I'm going to get to work. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all of my plug wires off of my coil packs. So that way I can get my coil packs out, and then I can work on getting my valve cover off. All right, so I'm going to pause it right here so I can go ahead and get that done. All right, now I have just used a pair of spark plug plier grips. Grab a hold, twist, pop off. Same thing on the bottom one. Do that all the way across, and you can just let your plugs, your plug wires, just, sit down like that. And then same with your plug connectors on top. Pinch, pull, pinch, pull, pinch, pull, pinch, pull, and you're good to go there. Now inside of each one of these holes is going to be a T25 Torx, okay? So I'm gonna go over here. I need to look myself, guys. Sorry about that. Yep, that's my T25. Make sure you're good to fit. There we go. All right, let's see. Go here. And then I've got a limited amount of room to work in there, so go here. Sorry folks, I'm trying to operate this camera and work. I've decided I'm putting the money aside next to, I'm gonna go ahead and get a tripod and all that other stuff. I've had a few of my watchers, I appreciate your feedback, mentioned getting a tripod, so I'm gonna take you up on that offer and go get a tripod here in the next few weeks. Okay, now be careful with these. There you go, it just sits on top. All right, and then I'm gonna go put them in the order that I took them off in the back of the car. Just lay them out nicely like that. And I'll be right back, folks. All right, so one of these T25 has stripped out on me when I was trying to get it out. So I'm gonna leave the coil on here. I'm gonna go ahead and get the valve cover off of here with the coil on, because I'm gonna have to get that out. I can't leave that stripped out in there like that. I'll have to get that out, so no biggie. I just need to get the valve cover off so I can put it on the bench now. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my E12. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna put it on pause and get every one of these bolts out. So we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then you got 10, and then 11's gonna be back here. And then we'll go from there. Okay, folks, I'll be right back. All right, so now you've got all 11 bolts out, plus you've got your 3, 1, 2, and 3 T25 bolts out. Now that you've got all of that out, you can go ahead and lift. See? Go ahead and lift and remove your valve cover. Now you're gonna have the crankcase breather hose that's going to be connected, so just pull and separate that off. Make sure your plug connectors are out of the way, and then yeah, just go ahead and lift that right up off of there. So again, I need both my hands, so I'll do that and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, there you have it, folks. Now I got a little bit of ahead of myself here. In order to gain the clearance on the driver's side to pull the valve cover, you're going to need to use a 17mm wrench and disconnect your fuel line. Once you do, just set it aside, and then you'll be able to get the back part of that valve cover off and out of there. And there's your whole setup in there, timing chain, all that other good stuff. I'll get in here and blow all this out and clean it out and whatnot. So I'm also going to go ahead and put this fuel line back on, just for now. Okay, so let's see, I need to kind of regroup here. I need to get my coils put up, and then we're going to go over here to the passenger side. All right, so now we're going to move over here to the passenger side. We want to get everything you see here out of the way. So we've got the air breather housing to remove. We got all these little clips around here. So we're going to get that off. You off. Let's see, and then to get the rest of this off, okay, first and foremost, we're going to get it unplugged. I'll probably do that after I pause it. I need both hands. And if you lift up here, you can see under there, we've got some stuff. We got a couple bolts that we need to get off, including one right here. My kiddo's going to school. Bye, I love you. The bus is here to pick up my kiddo. So we've got one right here that we need to get off because there's a bracket that's connected to all of this. All right, so I'm going to start off by first lifting this up and then getting into here and getting at my first bolt. There we go. Just kind of throw that to the side. Now you've got another one down in there, if you can see, right there. So let's see if we can get to that one. All right, I need both hands, so I'll be right back. All right, now that I got that bracket out of the way, you can see the final bolt that is holding this all together. And again, I need both hands to get in here, so there you go. And I'll be right back. All right, now I've got the room and the play I need to get in here and get this valve cover out. So there you go. So now my next step is going to be to remove all my plug wires. And, you know, you don't have to. I like to remove the coils. Yes, you can run into a situation where you might strip something out, but I like to get the coils off of there, because you never know when you might accidentally drop the valve cover, or you know what might happen. So I remove the coils and get them out of the way for safekeeping. All right, I'll be right back. All right, and now, just like on this side, I got all my bolts out and everything, and my 3 screws, everything's separated. We can now grab and remove the valve cover, which again, I'm going to need both hands to do. But as you can see, there you go. So let me pause it, and I'll be right back. All right, so there you have it, folks. I am finished pulling the valve cover off of this Mercedes. And now it's time to get everything cleaned up real nice and go ahead and wait on our parts to come in. I believe I'm going to go pick those up a little bit later on this afternoon and go from there. Okay, everybody, well, there you have it. 2005 Mercedes ML500 valve cover removal. I appreciate you hanging out with me, watching this video. Please like, subscribe, and share. If you have any questions, just comment.
email me. I've been known to share my email address. I've also been known to share my phone number and walk you through things over the phone. So just give me a holler, folks. All right, everybody, this is Matthew, your friendly neighborhood technician, signing off.